wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check. Check out. Hot. Look at me. Zipper. 58. Come on. Hey, seam six. Hit it.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlotte, recon, 132 fighter. Yeah, Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, 58, boy, 58.
2nd and 11. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
2nd and 5. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's to his running back, complete. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fighting through. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running from the shotgun with Drake. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here we go again. Hey, check right. Watching you five.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go, get it.
They'll set up a throw. Complete to Jones. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Choose the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
General West.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Murray looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready. The mic. Check 45, the mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Switch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover. Undercrunch.
And that'll set them back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Check 25. Let's go. Come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Mike 58 right there. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Shoot!
Protein spill. Hey, exit.
58, come on.
Yes. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Ready?
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Drake. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That throw into the arms of Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Murray now on first down. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
23 yards. First down, Falcons.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's a party now. Back. It's free.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And this to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Allen's got it complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
That's good.
Check 50.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Drake. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 55 to Mike.
From the 45 on second down, Murray for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Pull it together.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Justice Hill, 81 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, it's Drake, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Check pass. Check pass. Tie right. 4 down. Alert. Hatchet.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
You ready? Let's go, D.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Topper!
Check.
Rock it. Hey, high 7. Ready?
2nd and 5. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop the throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
218, chop. Hey, orbit.
58, Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Let's go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Recon, 152 fighter. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14.
Go.
Watch the shift.
Now. 61, matchbox lights.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
58, come on. 58.
Look at me, zipper.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, lock it.
Switch.
Leo.
43 to Mike, boy. 43. Check. 43.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Murray going to throw. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Safety quick.
64. Hey, let go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's checking crack.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to. Now Drake loses the football. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day. Joker, 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 joker. Hey, motion, 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 motion.
Back to throw. Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you go field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Again, it's Fournette. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.